I think Bills-Eagles have been a really fun Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I still think the Chiefs-Eagles is going to be like a good football game.
Yeah.
I'm just bored by the like because
That's what
Saquon
sucks.
Saquon makes the Eagles a different football team than a couple years ago when they faced off, right? But it was the same exact thing with the 49ers. And I'm like, I don't want to see this again. Like, I just don't, whatever. So I think that, it's going to be interesting to see like what the ratings are and all that for this Super Bowl, because I don't think the Eagles, I'd be very happy for Saquon if he winds up winning a ring. As the Eagles, and then the Chiefs, the three-peat, man. And I was thinking about this yesterday. The fact that Patrick Mahomes' worst year as a starter is losing in the AFC Championship game. Objectively, like standing back from that, that's impressive as hell. Like that is insanity, right?
Yeah,
the level of dominance that has been there. We talk about parity in the NFL, brother. It don't exist in the AFC. It is very rare to be found in the AFC. And just like with the Patriots, you had all those years, and I know that there were some years in between, but you walked in September and you go, all right, they're going to win the AFC East because their division is poo-poo garbage and they can't do anything. And thankfully, the AFC West got a lot better this year. You had 3 playoff teams, right? You bring Pete Carroll over there too. You got some damn good head coaches, and maybe there's going to be a little bit more competition. But man, if they three-peat and Andy Reid's just like, deuces, guys, like I did it. I won 3 Super Bowls in a row. Then it's just go out on top.
I hate it. He's now the most winning coach in Eagles history and Chiefs history. So good job, Andy. Good job, Andy.
Yeah, I love Andy Reid, so I'll always be happy for Andy Reid.
I think that's what sucks is I think the Super Bowl is actually going to be a very good game.
I think so too.
The Chiefs have this weird ability this season to make a game against the Bills as exciting as a game against the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Like
they do.
They did that all season long. Like their opponent they're facing sucks. Guess what? We're going to make it a close game. So I think it will be a close game against Philly. But I think the Eagles actually have like the thing that can beat the Chiefs, and that is Saquon Barkley in the run game, because the Texans ran the ball well against Kansas City. The Bills ran the ball well against Kansas City. The Eagles have a better offensive line than those teams, and they have a better running back than those teams, and they will not abandon the run. So I'm hoping that we get a running back winning Super Bowl MVP to stop the Chiefs from three-peating. Will that happen? Who knows? Like, it feels like a game that Saquon's going to get diarrhea at halftime and he can't return in the second half. And everybody's like, oh God, of course he got diarrhea. Why did he have to have that stadium hot dog, before the game? And the Chiefs are not going to even have to worry about him in the second half or some shit. But it's just a matchup we're not excited about. And that sucks for Eagles fans.
Yeah.
It doesn't suck for Chiefs fans. Everybody would be rooting against the three-peat, except for the weird people who want to watch sports history. Oh, I've got no dog in the fight. I just want to see history made. Shut up.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
People should be more excited about this Eagles team playing against Kansas City, because there's a lot of good stories on that Eagles team right now, from their rookies, their defensive rookies being so good. Saquon,
AJ Brown,
my future Hall of Fame head coach, Nick Sirianni. A lot of great storylines in the fold. The other problem was there was other fun options out there. There's Bills, there's Commanders, there's the Lions, there were even like the Vikings for a second.
Nope. No,
for a second.
No, that one, no.
But it is what it is.
That's
we'll
fair.
Deal with it over the course of the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it takes a little wind out of the sails, because I feel like this might be, and I picked the Eagles to win, but the Commanders won, it would have been amazing. Just for Wildflower alone, right? But the fact that the Chiefs did win, I'm happier that the Eagles won, because I think it's going to be a better game ultimately, right? And the same thing, honestly, if the Bills won too, I think it would have been ultimately a better game. Like, Jane Daniels is super fun to watch, and I just think that there was definitely some inefficiencies on that defense that were going to be a problem. But ultimately, I think the game itself, like, it's going to be a good game of football. I think it's gonna be a very good game of football. That defense, like after Mahomes, like that's gonna be fun. Like Mahomes going up against Philly's defense.
Yeah.
Like
It's
that's gonna be a matchup, man. That like I'm gonna be like, damn, like they're able to get some pressure on them, cause some problems. They can get it done.
yeah, and they can get pressure. They get pressure, through their interior so well.
Oh,
Like with Jalen Carter, that's disruptive. And you've got Quinion Mitchell, who allowed like 10 passing yards yesterday. He's allowed a passer rating at 2.8 through the playoffs as a rookie. Oren Burks has been so good for the Eagles. Like Nakobe Dean goes down, and I would argue they've been almost a little bit better with Burks in the lineup for him. Zach Bond has had an insane year. We've talked a lot about Zach Bond. Cooper DeJean has been great. It's just, and Fangio, it's so weird because like the Broncos lost every time against the Chiefs, but Vic Fangio, our defense played pretty well against Kansas City through that stretch. So I think like he knows how to scheme up against him fairly reasonably. It'll be a good game. It's just like the matchup we don't want to see. It's a weird situation. Like usually you're like, oh, the Super Bowl is going to suck because we're going to watch the number 1 defense versus the number 2 defense and 2 offenses that score like 8 points a game, right? It's like, oh, this game's going to be boring. I don't think this game will be boring at all. It's just a lot of people aren't going to be happy about the results. And I think it's a testament to how hated the Eagles are as well. Like,
yep.
People fucking hate the Eagles. That's why they don't want to see them win another Super Bowl. Yeah. People hate the Chiefs because they've won too much. Well, I hate everything.
That's fair. Also, I'm very upset about Oren Burks. I was very excited when the Packers drafted him, and then he did not work out, and I was very, very upset. And now he's doing really well with the Eagles, and it makes me even more upset.
Yeah.
It makes me even more. Well, again, the Bills had opportunities to win that game. You know who you blame for this too? The other AFC teams. You don't want the Chiefs in the Super Bowl? Do something. Go and beat them. Tom Brady did. Joe Burrow did. That's it. So, be better. Tell the AFC West to do something.
Devil magic.
Tell them to win. They got blood fountains over there. Good God. That's it. Hey, maybe the Eagles will say. I do love how the Eagles could be like superheroes, and if they defeat the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Eagles are just like, oh, you've hated us all this time, and now we are your only hope. It's kind of amazing.
I've rooted for the Eagles very adamantly in their last 2 Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. So, like, they beat the Patriots. I was the biggest Eagles fan you ever saw. And they had to play the Chiefs. Huge Eagles fan. I don't mind the Eagles. Now, they do have, their centers are all hurt. Get out of here, Cole.
Someone was like Jason Kelce coming out of retirement because their centers are hurt.
Yeah. That's their big injury right now. But it'll be fun.
Largest container.
I'll enjoy the game while it's happening.
Yeah.
Today we mourn. Sir.